Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this tarot read. So this is going to be a general read, so it may or may not resonate with you guys. That's just fine. You might find that sort of bits and pieces resonate. Take whatever messages feel right. Those are going to be the ones that are meant for you. Also, we are going to draw an energy card at the end of this read. I can already see by that web card. We're going to be talking about somebody not being upfront and honest. Whenever I see that card, I start thinking about like spinning a web of lies. I know that sounds super dramatic. But I always feel like lies. Somebody's going to get caught in lies. Somebody's going to get tangled up in all of their lies. I do feel like this is going to bring about some sort of change. Some sort of change to this person's situation. Whatever it is they're living in. But this person is not a victim in it. Like, these are lies that they chose. I do feel like this is a level of deception that they use to benefit themselves. So it's like they're getting something out of it. And when this is found out, it will bring a level of chaos to their life. I definitely see that in this dust devil. It's going to bring a very dramatic change. It's going to bring chaos to this person. I do believe it's going to involve a secondary energy, the person who they are deceiving, the person who they're lying to. It's like, see, what I see in this crossing is like putting together things that this person has said is like things that don't quite add up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't fit with this doesn't fit with this. It's like starting to make those connections that whatever this person's been lying about, their lies don't match up. And that's what's going to really bring it forward as lies. I do feel, again, closing door completion is going to bring something to an end here. It's going to bring a change. It's going to bring a level of chaos to this person's life. I feel like whoever's walking away is walking away from chaos. They're not somebody who's going to have to deal with a lot of craziness. I do feel like it's going to affect the person who's brought the lies about, though. They're going to be going through a time. I'm not sure if they're getting kicked out of where they live. They're going to get fired from a job. It's going to bring about a time of really some financial hardship for this person. This is part of the chaos. This is something big they're going to lose. Something very important and big this person is going to lose. But like I said, it's because of a lie that they told. It's like they built themselves up to be something that they're not. You know what I'm saying? So if this is like a coworker or somebody at a job, this would be somebody who lied about their qualifications and who it's becoming quite obvious that they don't know what they're doing. They're not qualified for the job, that they've sort of been lying all along and making it up as they go along. Same thing in a relationship. It's like this person pretended to be one thing, or that they were looking for, forever, for love, for whatever, and that's really not the case. It's a lot of this is going to start to sort of come together. I feel like this person's head is kind of like up in the stars too. Like, the person who's doing this, they don't really, I don't want to say that they don't live in reality, but they sort of feel like the rules don't apply to them. Like, they can just do whatever. They can get away with it as long as they get what they want. The ends justify the means. Like, they're not really, this person isn't really grounded. They don't see how their behavior affects others, how you have to behave a certain way if you want to have meaningful connections in life, right? You got to be able to give respect and have that even give and take. They're very self-absorbed, this person, and they feel very entitled. And I can feel from the cards too that this person is pretty full of themselves too. Like, they think quite highly of themselves, even though they made all this crap up, or whatever it is, they made it up. I feel like bragging too. Like, they brag about shit that they made up. So they didn't even do it, but they're like bragging about how good they are because they did it when it didn't even happen. I feel like people are starting to see it. Like I said, people are making the connections with their lies. The lies not matching up to behavior. The lies not even matching up to the lies. I just feel like there's tons of stuff going on. We do have skywriting the fates. I think karma's coming around here. I'm getting that vibe. I'm getting sort of that pendulum swung too far one way. We do have a pendulum there. Sort of having to come back and swing the other to bring balance. Like, all of this is going to come out, these lies that they've been telling, and it has to come out to be able to bring a balance into a situation, because they've thrown the balance off by being so dishonest, by creating sort of like this image, this false image. Oh, it's like it needs to be put back in check. It needs to be put back in balance. And I do feel like the powers that be are sort of working behind the scenes also to be able to make that happen. See, yeah, and it's not just one person they've been telling lies to. This is like multiple people too. So this would make sense if this is somebody in your workplace too, and like stories that they're telling coworkers, stories that they're telling the boss, stories that they're telling their employees. It's like none of it really adds up for this person, and they're telling people lots of different stories. I do believe they're even confusing some of the stories and some of the lies that they're telling, and they change a little bit each time. It's like people comparing notes, making the connections, like this doesn't fit anymore. There's something wrong here. There's something off with this person. They are going to get, like I said, they're going to get caught. They are going to get caught. I feel that they're going to get sort of outed as this trickster. Like everything is sort of coming into play. I don't know if people never really talked amongst themselves about this person before, but I feel like now it's very much happening. And this is sort of the trigger for a lot of this coming out. It's like, well, they told you what? Because this person told me that this is what happened. And it's like, what? And then you get a third person coming in and be like, no, they said this. Like, where did you hear all of this? And they're like, well, okay, they're lying to someone. Because it didn't all happen like this, right? Like, it's coming out. Everybody's sort of like, what is going on with this person? I see the confrontation in this wailing tree. I see like everything coming to a head in this card. Don't ask me why. Something about the art. I can just see this situation where somebody's getting confronted because everybody's sick of being lied to, and it's like, well, what is the truth? What is the truth? Like, it needs to be outed. It's too much. It's just too much. They're just messing with everybody. They're messing with everybody. Their lies are sort of throwing off the balance of the way things are supposed to be. If this is in a workplace, they're in a position where they shouldn't be. It's going to bring chaos to the people around them because they're not qualified for it. In a relationship, they're bringing a level of chaos into somebody's life because they're not honest about what their intentions are. And I do feel like the people who are starting to make these connections are actually watching them very carefully right now. So they're watching this person's behavior. Normally they just sort of listen to this person's stories, kind of whatever, keep going about their day. I feel like now they pay a lot more attention because like everyone's starting to be aware of this. It's like, okay, what version of this are we going to hear now? It's almost like a sort of like a quiet way of investigating what this person has to see. This person is not sort of being who they truly are in some way, shape, or form, right? They sort of built this mask. I feel like there's probably more than a few of them because I do feel they're telling like multiple tales to different people. But it's like this is being realized as a mask now. This is not who this person is. Whatever they say, they are sort of like their background, where they're from. If it's in a job, like I keep going back to a job, I know, but it'd be like those qualifications. In a relationship, this might even be sort of like where they're actually from, their hometown, what their family's truly like, what their life has been like before that, relationships before, like lots of different lies about the past, about their path. I feel like they've been straddling this line for a while, like riding this lie, sort of been like walking this fine line between this image that they're trying to build, like this false life, this illusion, and everybody finding out the truth, and this just coming crashing down. Because that is the only thing that could happen when all of this gets found out. So nobody likes to get lied to. It is going to bring negative consequences, and that's why we pulled that empty well card. That is what it's going to be for this person when it comes about. It's going to be an empty well. This person is going to go through a time of loss when all of this comes to light, and it's going to be a time of sort of like rebuilding too, having to rebuild from what they lost. And, it's interesting because I get the feeling from this Woodwives card, this adaptability. This is something this person's been doing for a while. So this is not the first time that they've done this. Sort of lied about their past, lied about who they are. I feel like it's worked for them to a certain extent in the past. but it's like when it does start to catch up, or it seems like it's catching up, they sort of have to move on to something new, move on to a new situation before they get caught. I don't feel like they're getting ahead of it this time, and that's why it's sort of coming out in the read. It's like this is going to be found out. So this isn't something they're going to be able to skirt the truth being found out. This is going to be found out. This is going to sort of be out for everybody to see, that they sort of wear this mask, they put on a show, and they're not who they say they are. So we're going to grab some of these Gilded Tarot here and get deeper into this read. Temperance. Temperance is that balance between emotion and logic. I feel like to some degree, oh, it's going to sound mean. I don't really want to say it like that. I can't think of a nice way to say it. I don't want to say like this person is off balance. It was like I was feeling in that star card, like their head is in the stars. Like they're really not looking at things in a realistic way. They're not looking at life for what it is. They're not looking at reality for what it is. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you gotta deal with conflict. Sometimes you gotta take crappy jobs. Sometimes you fight with your boyfriend. Sometimes you whatever. That's life. You have to deal with it. And I feel like they feel like they shouldn't have to deal with that. Like somehow they can create this illusion and skip past all of that and live in like fairy tale land. Because like I said, this person thinks quite a bit of themselves too. I feel like they're almost starting to believe some of their own lies. It's like there is a level of off balance. That sounds so mean when I say it, but it's a level of something's not quite right there. Like it's not normal to sort of think this way. It's not normal to sort of live in this parallel reality that this person is in. They're kind of this Five of Cups, and this Five of Cups a lot of times is like dwelling or being stuck in grief. This person is stuck in what they think their life should be. They're stuck in sort of this image they would like to create for themselves. And these cups behind here, who this figure is not noticing, those are reality. That's what those cups represent in this read. It's like this person needs to look at reality. And reality is not as horrible as this person thinks it is. There is a need to sort of embrace that, embrace who they truly are. If they want a certain kind of life, do the hard work to build it to get there. It's like you can't steal it. You have to earn it. It's, you know, I feel like when this comes about, for this Three of Wands, like they just leave it in the past. Like they feel like stuff is catching up with them or someone's going to find out. I feel like in the past, they've just sort of cut loose and moved on to the next one. I do feel like it's in jobs. I feel like it's most likely in romantic relationships too. I keep feeling jobs. This is something that they like to do a lot and lie about sort of who they are and their qualifications. And it's like, yeah, it starts to catch up. We're just going to sort of cut loose and run. Queen of Pentacles. It's funny. Her energy is usually very nurturing, very kind, very generous. In this Queen of Pentacles card in this read, I see like wealth and opulence. I feel like this is part of the image this person tries to portray. And not necessarily that they're rich, but they make a point of dressing a certain way and presenting themselves a certain way, which sort of makes them look like they got money, like they don't have a whole lot of cares. That image is just so important to them. That image of who they truly wish that they were deep down inside. And I do believe they're starting to trick themselves into believing that this is who they are. Like the truth and reality is getting like, I feel like it's getting like farther and farther away, like sailing off into the distance. It's that island and it's getting smaller and smaller for this person. But it's like it's time for reality to catch up. And I see that in this World card. I see karma in this World card. I see a chance to learn a life lesson. It's like somebody's going to get slapped with reality here. It's really not going to be nice when this comes out. I feel like it's going to be something that a lot of people notice. So whatever circles they run in, if this isn't a job, everybody in that workplace is going to find out about this. If this is in a romantic relationship, they have mutual friends with this partner. Those people are all going to find out. I feel like a lot of people around them are going to be able to find out when this comes to light, when this illusion comes down. And that there's somebody who's more in this Queen of Wands energy. It's like this sort of like hidden ambition. It's not honesty. It's not truth. And even in that Queen of Wands, I see like it's like living in its own bubble. like living in its own little bubble of reality, of thought, of what things should be. As Fool card does represent a new perspective, I feel like this person could really use a new perspective. I don't know if we're gonna get there. I feel a lot of fight in this person to sort of keep living the way that they're living. A lot of fight to sort of keep denying truth, to not embrace life, to not embrace sort of hard work, or this Hermit card, which is a time of introspection and sort of looking for insight from within, and being able to find the answers within yourself. Do you feel like this is what's going to be offered when this situation comes about? This is where karma comes into play. This is where the universe comes into play. It sounds really harsh, but it's like creating this situation where this person gets slapped with reality. They get rocked by karma for these lies that they're telling, and they wind up with this huge loss, and it's like to shock them back into reality, to shock them back into changing their way of thinking, to put them in this hermit space where they can start to get a little bit more introspective. This is the situation that's coming about. I'm not saying this person is going to take advantage of this. I'm saying this is what the powers that be are trying to bring about for this person. It's like, if you want an abundant harvest, you have to set in that groundwork. You have to do the groundwork for it. It's not going to magically pop up. You can't fake it, right? You can't just become it and have it exist like that forever. As long as you live in these lies where you don't put in the investment and the time and the hard work to manifest what you're looking for, to manifest your abundant harvest, you're always going to get a tower, right? It has to have that solid foundation of integrity. Anything does, to be able to make it work. I feel like this is a chance for this person to learn it. This is a chance for this person to actually move into their emperor energy, because it exists. We each have it. We each have the possibility of this emperor energy, this empress energy, moving into sort of our best self. Some of us don't always do it for whatever reasons, a number of reasons, right? And this person's the same way. They have the potential to come into what they're looking for, but they have to find the strength to do the hard work to get there. And part of that is facing reality, is facing their true position in life, where they are at, sort of what their situation really is, and then trying to figure out a plan for what to do to get to where they want to go. They're responsible for turning their own wheel of fortune. Lies will not turn their wheel of fortune. Hard work will turn their wheel of fortune. If they're looking for their 10 of Pentacles, if they're wanting to manifest their 10 of Pentacles, this Magician card tells me this person could do it. This person's actually quite capable of doing this. But whether they choose to do it or not is up to them, right? And it's going to be the hard work. It's going to be hard work if you want to manifest it in a way that it's truly going to be yours, and that takes you into your emperor energy. It's not going to be easy, and it's going to take time. This person cut corners. They tried to lie their way into manifesting their 10 of Pentacles, and now justice is here, right? Karma is bringing that balance. Karma is bringing a life lesson for this person. The Ace of Pentacles, it does represent new beginnings. Pentacles can represent finance. Like I was feeling right at the beginning of this read, this person's going to be going through a rough time pretty quick. When all of this hits the fan, when karma comes and slaps them for all of these lies, all of these illusions that they've been working on people, it's going to really set them back. It's going to really set them back. It's going to set them in a bad spot, and they're going to have to rebuild. I feel rebuilding in the Seven of Wands, like getting back control of your life, because they're going to have a huge loss that they're going to have to deal with. They're going to have to deal with that, rebuilding a new Ace of Pentacles. We're going to grab one of these energy cards here, and this will sort of be representative of our read. Well, let's see what wisdom we have in this energy card. We had one pop forward. Adventure is actually a beautiful card to get, guys, if you really think about it. It's like, I have this deep feeling from the cards that whoever this person is who's going to get hit by, rocked by karma pretty quick here, this person sort of looks at hard work and earning their 10 of Pentacles the hard way. It's like this huge, horrible chore in life that they don't want to do, when really, if you think about it, it's kind of an adventure. It's an adventure where you never know what's around the corner. There's going to be all kinds of obstacles to overcome, but also within those obstacles, different things that you can learn and skills and things that you learn about yourself and gaining confidence and self-worth. And it's like this is a chance for someone to, like that Fool card says, change perspective. Change perspective on life. They're capable of manifesting what they want. This person can have it. This person's not an idiot. This person's not absolutely useless. This person's quite capable. It's just a matter of whether they choose to sort of look at it that way and choose to put in the effort. But we shall see. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed that read. If you did, please hit that like button, that subscribe. It definitely helps these messages to get out there. And feel free to comment. I love hearing from you guys. Take care.